It is that time of week again, folks, and welcome back to the Aquatic News Network, where we bring the stories of the water to life. Have you ever been completely taken over by the beauty of some of our marine and freshwater underwater creatures? Well, today's story, we're going to jump into one of the most beautiful and astonishing looking creatures in the marine world. So let's jump right into it. Good morning, folks. Today we are venturing under the waves to meet one of the ocean's tiniest yet most formidable creatures, the blue-ringed octopus. Don't be fooled by its compact size or dazzling wardrobe. It's like the James Bond of the sea, elegant, lethal, and not afraid to show off. And clocking in for wave watch duty, this cephalopod weighs in the size of about a ping pong ball. The blue-ringed octopus is the master of both spectacle and camouflage. Most of the time, it blends in seamlessly with its surroundings until it's threatened. And when threatened, it throws up those iconic iridescent blue rings. They flare up like neon caution signs. It's less fashion statement and more warning label because beneath its tiny tentacles is a chemical arsenal powerful enough to paralyze 26 grown men. That's right, it's small, beautiful, and terrifying. Now, let's talk function. These little guys are crucial players in their ecosystems. Their diet of crabs, shrimp, and fish keeps the food chain balanced. Though I imagine crabs have weekly neighborhood watch meetings because of them. As predators, they're swift and efficient. As prey, well, any potential predator gets one flash of those glowing rings and immediately reconsiders their dinner plans. And here's the kicker. Their venom, containing the potent neurotoxin tetrodotoxin, doesn't just incapacitate, it can kill in minutes. There's no antidote, making their bites a medical emergency where survival hinges on quick and supportive care. Oh, and fun fact, the venom isn't even made by the octopus itself. It's actually produced by a symbiotic relationship with bacteria in their salivary glands. Talk about outsourcing. Still, it's hard not to admire the wondrous beauty of the blue-ringed octopus. In a world where flashy displays often come with little substance, this cephalopod backs up its brilliance with a serious set of survival skills. So let it be a reminder. Sometimes the most dazzling packages can hide the deadliest secrets. So next time you're out snorkeling and you spot a creature that looks like it just jumped out of one of the most recent sci-fi movies, give it the respect it commands. Remember, nature's disco ball may be gorgeous, but it also comes with a serious sting in its step. It's a lot of S's. And in tech news today, we go on a slightly different venture here. We take the road less taken, if you will. So let's wander off into that narrow wood and be that traveler long as we stood and looked down this end as far as we could to where it bent in the undergrowth. Let's find out how these fish have scientifically helped humankind, not just in the world of science, but also in the world of medicine as well. And this morning, we are diving into a story that is making waves across the globe. That's right, we're talking about it, the humble yet heroic freshwater fish. Who knew fishy business could be so scientific? These slippery scientists have been quietly swimming their way into the groundbreaking scientific research. Forget PhDs, these fish come equipped with a set of gills and an innate ability to teach us humans a thing or two. Let's break it down, shall we? Now, you might be wondering, how does a freshwater fish solve problems beyond finding worms and avoiding fish hooks? Well, buckle up, my friends, because these fish are champions in the fields of medicine, ecology, and even space exploration. Take the zebrafish, for instance. This tiny little swimmer isn't just adorable, it's a living, breathing key to understanding human genetics. Scientists use zebrafish to study everything from heart disease to cancer. And why is that, you ask? Well, it's because they share about 70% of their genetics with us. Yes, you heard me right. Your genetic sibling might just be a fish. Cousin Zeb, anyone? Anyone seen Zeb? And let's not forget about the role these freshwater fish play in monitoring our environment as well. Species like the fathead minnow act as aquatic canaries in a coal mine. If something's off in the water, whether it's pollution or a chemical spill, these fish are first responders. It's like they've got their own version of environmental Wi-Fi. But wait, there's more. These fish aren't done making a splash yet. Researchers are now studying their role in tackling future challenges. From climate change resilience to sustainable food sources, these aquatic all-stars are helping us navigate uncharted waters. So next time you see a fish swimming peacefully in a pond, remember, it's not just daydreaming about algae. It could be a silent genius, paving the way for scientific breakthroughs. And that's the fantastic truth. I'm Tommy here at the Aquatic News Network, and this has been your official update on freshwater fish saving the day. So stay tuned for more fishy tales, and remember, never underestimate the power of a brain with scales. And this week on our Fish Spotlight, we are diving deep into the underwater world with a breaking fish tale. We are flipping out over the tailspot wrasse. This new aquatic celebrity is making waves over near the Revillagigedo archipelago. This discovery is so hot, it's practically off the scales. Meet the fish named in the honor of the renowned marine scientist and conservationist Carlos Armando Sanchez Ortiz. While Carlos isn't exactly a household name yet, his contribution to marine biology is sure to land him in the big pond of fame. The tailspot wrasse was found lurking in an underwater volcanic rubble field, which, fun fact, it's like the fish version of a hip exclusive speakeasy. Clearly, Carlos knew where to cast his net for this gem. Now, let's dive into this fish's fashion. Female tailspot wrasses are haute couture in white with red stripes like the Chanel of the sea, while males serve tropical realness in orangey red gradients with a dark tailband for dramatic flair. Honestly, this fish could give Project Runway a run for its money. And here's the kicker. They can change gender when the tide turns. Can your coworkers pull off that level of adaptability? Didn't think so. This discovery highlights the ocean's abundant, often hidden treasures. And just like the elusive fish, science keeps fishing up surprises for us. So let's give a round of applause, or a polite clap of fins, if you will, to Carlos for making a splash with his tail-worthy tale. Don't go krilling the mood now. We'll see you next time for more fishy fun. And this week on our... what was I calling it?
All right, guys, welcome to the Aquatic News Network. My name is Jim. Tonight, we're going to do a segment called What Clamps My Fins. You know what really clamps my fins? People who just don't get the aquarium hobby. Yeah, I'm talking about you folks, you. You folks walk into my house and you see a carefully cultured, just beautiful underwater ecosystem that took months of hard work and say, oh, cool fish tank, before moving on like it's some sort of glorified screensaver. Let me tell you, being an aquarium enthusiast isn't just about tossing a few guppies in a bowl and calling it a day. It's about balanced water parameters, cultivating live plants, and spending late nights Googling, why are my neon tetras hiding? Only to find out there are about 47 potential reasons. Now, it's an art, a science, yes, sometimes mild obsession, but you wouldn't know it unless you actually cared. See, this is where the hobby gets wild for me, because I actually care. And don't even get me started on trying to find someone to talk fish with in real life. You mentioned the word aquarium, to most people their eyes glaze over faster than goldfish forgot what they had for breakfast. Sure, the internet's great. Forums, groups, endless debates about which substrate is the best. But why is it so hard to stumble upon another fish fan? Wonder why. I don't know, at dinner party, it's always, oh, I had a beta once. I forgot to feed it. Cool story, bro. Tell me again how much you don't care. It's beta. Beta, not beta. 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 Remember that. Meanwhile, here I am, just trying to share the joy of aquascaping, or discus, the pros, the cons of canister filters versus hang on the backs. It's too much for, it's just too much for someone to ask for. Can someone appreciate a good protein skimmer? Or the satisfaction of seeing your tank finally hit peak nitrogen cycle? So yeah, that's what really clamps my fins. If you're not going to appreciate the art, the science, the sheer dedication behind the aquarium hobby, then kindly keep your cool fish tank comment to yourself. For the rest of us, the search for real world fish buddy continues. And believe me, it's harder than keeping an algae bloom under control. Guys, I'm Jim with the Aquatic News Network, and this is what really clamps my fins. Stay tuned.